Thank you all for joining me. We're going to take a look at the Wario versus Waluigi Tour today. So if that sounds good to you, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I do a lot of data-driven, objective coverage of Mario Kart Tour. So the big news that came out with this tour is this 3-tour winter celebration, which is very nice. So we have Peach Wintertime. She'll be available once we complete all of the goals for that challenge card. In the Team Rally Tour, we have an increased token shop reward. We have 4 high ends, and actually I don't have 2 of these. I don't have the Cloud Glider and the Wild Wing, so this is looking really cool. And if these are items you already have, some unique level ups to say the least. But the big news, of course, was in the 2nd and 3rd tour in this frame, we're going to go back to Los Angeles with a brand new character coming to Mario Kart Tour. This is the first time since Kamek we've had a new character entry, which is so exciting. I was really surprised when I saw this, and it's themed appropriate. It really took me back by how well thought out this whole plan was, because we have Chargin' Chuck, who is one of the Koopalings, and he's adorned in the football equipment. And for those of you that may not be familiar with American football, the Super Bowl is the largest sporting event in North America. The Super Bowl is being held this year in Los Angeles during the time of that tour. And these are dates that are publicized well in advance. So Nintendo was very sharp to introduce this character for that city at this specific time in the calendar. Certainly, it's the only way that we would have a Los Angeles tour in February, that's for sure, except for maybe some of you out there who like to vacation in some of the warmer spots during the winter time. And the 3rd tour in the frame, we have another brand new retro coming in. Sky Garden, one of the classic tracks, beautiful rendition. So that's going to be really fun. Can't wait to see what the character is for that. And a couple things to note with that is that for the Los Angeles tour, we are going to have a high-end cart as a ranked reward, and that's the Wild Slugger. So typically these have been super ranked rewards that have come into the game, not quite as powerful as this. So it will be interesting to track what the value of that item will be moving forward. Something I'm very curious about that I'll share with all of you here. In addition to, we're going to have a ranked reward super for that Sky Gardens tour as part of the ending of this celebration. Likely to be another recolor, whether that be Yoshi, Shy Guy, Birdo, or Pit Crew Toad perhaps. Again, I know we'd like to see one of the other ones, that's for sure. So with all that out of the way, let's go into the pipe and talk about, okay, so that's not the pipe. Just go to the shop and do it from here. So here we go. This is an interesting composition to this pipe, since a few of the items are older, and then the Waluigi set is relatively new. I just assessed the value of that at the tail end of 2021 with all of you here on the channel, and I put out a major value alert for this Waluigi Vampire, since he was going to be carrying the torch of Birdo Black, and that certainly appears to be the case. So let me run down the stats on these spotlight items, and that can better inform you in your own decision on whether or not you want to pull on this pipe, since certainly my opinion is this isn't a super strong pipe, but there are certainly considerations for certain types of players out there where this pipe may be appealing. We'll start off with Cowboy Wario, who has 21 tracks of value, 15 of which are assumed. That means that 6 of them are nitro courses, such as the tracks like Los Angeles, which we'll be seeing in the next part of the celebration. They're not a part of the regular circulation of tracks, meaning that that value is going to be very inconsistent. So on the assumed front, Wario Cowboy is decent. But on those 15 courses, only 3 of which are not inhabited by coin box drivers or boomerang drivers, which significantly lowers the value. So unless you are a major Wario fan, this is a driver that's not going to power your inventory, so it's one that you're not going to be placing many tickets on. There's certainly other drivers in the game that present more tracks and coverage that are more widespread than Wario Cowboy. But of course, if you are a Wario fan, Hopefully his addition in this pipe will see increased value in the future. He's in ranked mode twice in week 1 with Wario Shipyard, the normal variant, as well as a spotlight boost in Bowser's Castle trick version. And he also has a rank track in week 2 for Neo Bowser City R. Now, Waluigi Vampire, much more appetizing driver, comes along with that Bob-omb Cannon skill. It's taking up the mantle of Birdo Black in terms of receiving these paywall buffs. He's currently sitting at 26 courses of value, 20 of which is assumed at the moment, and that is quite extraordinary. It's very good. The problem is that only 2 of those tracks are not inhabited by a coin box driver or a boomerang driver. And what this really does go to highlight, and I brought this up and went into great detail with Pauline Rose, is that with these drivers that receive the paywall buffs, unless we're looking specifically at the Nitro courses, so these are the 6 courses that Waluigi Vampire has been buffed on, such as the Merry Mountains of the world, then he is going to be running into a lot of the coin box and boomerang overlap, since there's a great proliferation of those skills in the game, and many of those characters are still receiving buffs, like Meowser, like Luigi Vacation, as well as Kangaroo Yoshi is still receiving value as well. And that is limiting the niches of all these other drivers. Hopefully this is something that Nintendo will balance moving forward, and it's just something to be aware of if you are investing into this driver. So I would say with Waluigi Vampire, true value is coming in on these brand new ranked tracks, particularly the Nitro-based ones that don't overlap with other coin boxers and won't see coin box overlap in the future, since those courses have static value after they're exposed in a given tour. Waluigi Vampire is in ranked mode twice, once this week on Bowser's Castle T, as well as in the second week he has access to Wario Shipyard trick version. Moving on to the carts, we have the Brown Off-Roader as well as the Vampire Flyer. Both are tied for the largest size hitbox in the game, which is very good if you're using it with all your coin boxers, because having that larger size to the cart will mean that you are collecting more coins, which means you will produce a greater score for your runs, and that is a characteristic that you want to be paying attention to if you're looking to maximize your scores. The Brown Off-Roader has 18 courses of value, 17 of which are assumed, so it's great assumed value, and it has access to Wario Shipyard normal for the ranked mode in the first week. Also on Wario Shipyard normal variant is the Vampire Flyer, which has 20 courses overall, 17 of which are assumed, and this cart also has access to Wario Shipyard T, which is ranked mode for week 2. So that's a very powerful cart for this set of courses, the Wario Shipyard series. And worth noting, as well as with Vampire Waluigi, this Vampire Flyer still has active value. It's still in its seasonal period where it's gaining buffing favor each and every tour. So that is something to keep in mind, since these numbers will continue to rise for the next few tours. For the gliders, we have the 8-bit star, which is a standard high-end, but is quite a good one because it has 23 courses of value, 20 of which are assumed, has the Lightning Plus special skill, and it's in ranked mode for Wario Shipyard normal variant in week 1, as well as RMX Rainbow Road 1 in week 2's ranked mode. The Vampire Wings has Red Shell Plus. The value, just like the other Waluigi ones, is still growing. Has 21 tracks of overall value, 19 of which are assumed, so that's extraordinary. Projecting forward, it may be a situation much like the Dream Glider. It certainly has that potential, since particularly this is now its second feature in the spotlight, and it's ranked only for Bowser's Castle T. And I hope that provides everyone with the necessary context to feel comfortable about whether or not you want to go in on this pipe. Now, given that this is a rally tour, the special pipes are often very good, and this one is no exception. I've taken a look at the data mining, and those will be pipes of interest, and I will provide that information in a more detailed look in a few days. So Let's take a look at the new track and see what's going on there, right? Wario Shipyard, I've already done my runs on the other tracks. They're both Kong tracks, so I'm very well taken care of on those. But certainly my loadouts on this track are not so well, and that's partially because I haven't been greatly interested in pulling on the pipe and competing in these ranked modes week in and week out, and that's okay. Look, the amount of competitiveness and drive that you want to put into this game can vary and fluctuate throughout time. There's no problem with that, you know, and what that does is that creates opportunities, as we'll see how my ranked group looks this week. So certainly we have all the information and knowledge to provide to the community to share how to get the maximum level of success. You can also get optimal levels of success by reducing your time involved in the game and still having that same level of excitement and fun. So I like to share multiple sides of what is possible to do with this game. So right here, I'm genuinely not sure which driver to go with. Usually Dash Ring is pretty good, so Triple Banana is okay, but I think I'm going to go with the Dash Ring, even though it is 125 points lower. Certainly, as is the case, especially if you have access to red coins on the bottom shelf, you would go with a Coin Boxer. That's certainly an option here, but I don't personally find it very fun to race with a bottom shelf Coin Boxer. It will eclipse the score of a middle shelf without one of those elite special skills like Boomerang or Coin Box. But in this case, I'm just going to go with the Dash Ring. For carts, there is a lot of recent carts that have been in the game, as well as this Lime T Coupe cart, which is a standard high-end. So certainly things are accessible out there, but they put a normal in the middle shelf, Pipe Buggy. They've done that a few times. I remember it from RMX Choco Island 1 RT. Similar deal with that track. They also gave the 8-bit star top shelf on this one, and then we see the new this should be the Wario mustache, right? And it only starts off with 7 tracks of value, so we know that's on the lower side of things, but this is behind a pay bundle only, so I'm not going to go in much depth on that. So here we go. I am rocking the Team Wario. That's because they have all the Kongs on them. It seems like, I don't know if this is the case or not, but when I did a few multiplayer runs earlier in the day, that Waluigi seemed to have a majority of the players on that team. We'll see how the numbers turn out. By the time that this video goes live, those numbers will be provided, so everyone will have a general idea of where they are. But just keep in mind with this that with the support bonus, no team is really ever out of it unless there's a super majority, which is unlikely because they probably spend a lot of time making sure that the teams are balanced enough so that it avoids that situation. So a neat little split path there. I like that. Get a side stepper hit. So this track has a lot of animation. I should probably go up and take that on the second lap, but I think it's actually quicker just to take that inside line. So if you're playing in multiplayer, your strategy will vary from what you're going to do on the single player. Alright. I really like these dry bones fish that are there. It definitely adds a lot of uniqueness to this track. I don't know, was that in the original Mario Kart 7? Maybe they're just better looking because it is in high definition. So quite a lot of hazards here. Get hit by the banana. It looks like we have a nice comfortable lead going on here. And we'll go up to the top this time, just to see what's cooking over here. 3 dash panels and a couple coins. Looking good, and I should get in with just over 10K. First place finish. If I grind it out, could probably increase the score by 1,000 or 2, but we're going to focus on the tracks that are more fun in terms of the loadouts. And that's the thing with Mario Kart Tour, right? Because like this is an exciting, beautiful new track, but the loadouts do have a significant impact on how you perceive this, right? And you can't always race with your favorites on all of these tracks, so that's just something that we have to balance. Anyway, that completes the Wario Cup. Taking a look at my group here, I do have a 4K lead now after having done those runs. and largely carried on the efforts of the Kongs. I have a double coin frenzy with DK Jr., 161 actions, and actually the Vanilla Lake run could be improved. It was just a single giant banana frenzy. So that's how things are looking for me in week 1. I'll just go into today's challenge, and then I'll do the free pipes, if that sounds good with you all. Maybe we'll get some luck here. I know a few of you have had some good luck on these free pipes. Justin ended up pulling 2 high ends, and that was with resetting the pipe. I know some of you asked why I didn't reset the pipe. Ooh, triple banana frenzy with Dixie Kong. I like that. Take the shortcut so I get some hits going on there. Yeah, so that's good. So yeah, some members asked why I didn't do the reset when I pulled for Painter Luigi in the week 2 pipe last tour, and the reason for that was because he was already a duplicate. I had pulled him in the 2nd anniversary tour, and I didn't want a 3rd duplicate of him necessarily. So yes, while the high-end odds were reduced from 12 to 11 in 99, it incrementally increased the odds of obtaining any one of those other items which I didn't possess. So I was definitely playing the odds on that, but I mean the chances are so slim anyway. So it didn't really make a significant difference one way or another. But that's a consideration you may want to keep in mind if you are finding yourself in the fortunate position of having a gold free pipe. So here we go, we're just finishing up this one. Wow, we're already at 15K just about. Very nice. Should be a nice score. It looks like about 27, yeah, just shy of 27. So let's see, our totals are 2539 and 82,737. So we'll get the scouting report. It looks like I pulled 5 rupees, which is a nice gift. So we'll just do that right now. A little anticlimactic. But there you have it. Still works. Sometimes it doesn't though. Randomly, I've noticed a few times when I've done this, it didn't update. Even I think one time I got the 1,000 coins and it didn't update. So that completes the Baby Mario Cup, it looks like, as well as 400K. So they are continuing these additional total points challenge, which I said I think is very good. I like the distribution of these rewards, and that you only need 700K in order to get those high-end tickets, and they're saving the premium quality of life tickets for the ACR grinders of the world up top. So that's all very good. Anyway, let's go into the pipes. Should you pull, I provided the information. I would strongly recommend saving your rubies on for future pipes, maybe perhaps the special pipe analysis that I will go into in a few days. But if these characters or items speak to you, remember to use your rubies responsibly. Don't go into a 100 pipe without 450 rubies, and good luck. So my luck, not so hot on the first one. We have a green pipe. But it's a faker and it's a driver. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's Birdo Black. Wow, I was just talking about passing the torch, and Birdo Black is like, no, let me grab that torch back. Wow, that is quite remarkable. That's really remarkable. So, this may be a reset scenario then, because that's the standard pool high-end driver. If we take a look at the details here, we can see that that one high-end now is removed from the drivers. So I couldn't get Nabbit or Peach Explorer or any of these. I already maxed out Funky Kong. So Funky Kong is no longer S tier for pulling for me. It would just be 6,000 coins, which would be nice. But so on this one, yeah, I'll reset just to have some fun, right? Let's reset the pipe. Maybe we'll get some luck here. So the contents are restored to 100. Let's see if we can get some more luck. This one's also green, but that was fun. Okay, so Minion Paper Glider, Normal Glider to end it off. That was really cool. I like that. So hopefully you found this information informative for your own decision, and I'm very much looking forward to this 3-tour celebration. They're doing a lot of different stuff. They're really trying to improve engagement, and I like that. I'm all on board with it. I think it's fantastic. So if you agree with me on it, be sure to drop a thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll keep the Mario Tour coverage rolling. Take care, everyone.